Hello everybody and welcome to the Bazaar. I am Solhom, the gamer that's bad at games with moderately functional. This game is a kind of a deck builder. It's a roguelike because every round is different, I suppose. I am crap at deck builders, as you've seen from some of my previous videos, but this one takes place on, I think it's like a space station or a distant planet at least, where basically the entire idea is that people from different planets come and do their trading and their marketing and stuff, but then there's criminal elements and there's a whole lot of like story under the thing, but we don't really have all of the story yet. But I decided to leave in the opening cinematic there so you can kind of see. So I could show you my collection here, but I haven't really done a whole lot on account of I'm bad at the game, so I can't actually unlock anything. If you want to see someone that's really good at the game, I recommend Retromation. He's where I ended up seeing this and picking it up. The game is currently, I think it's in closed beta, but it's going to go into open beta very shortly. You can buy into the closed beta right now. And right now they only have the 3 characters that you can play as, or the 3, I guess these are like deck styles that you can play. So real quick, Vanessa is kind of the most straightforward one. Get weapons, use weapons, kill people. This is...
Put Jabali on the map.
Didn't expect him to talk. But yes, this is Pygmalion. And he... Basically, his whole idea is he spends money to kill people. Like, he does better... Like, he owns properties, and every property kind of affects the battlefield. You guys will have to see what I mean as we play. And then this guy's probably going to talk too. This is Dooley. He's a little inventor robot guy. His whole thing is that he has items that you cannot sell, but those items influence other items, and he uses those to proceed to victory. I'll probably do at least 3 videos on this game, unless you guys want to see more, but 3 videos for 3 characters, and we're going to start with Vanessa, because she's the easiest. I don't have any tickets to go into ranked because you need to actually beat people and win to do that, but I could buy into ranked. But as I said, I'm kind of crap at the game, so I don't want to spend premium monies for that. The loading screens aren't too long, so I'm probably not going to be cutting them out. As watch, this one's going to be super long now. Yeah, so this is kind of our side of the board here. There's a lot going on. I'll try to explain as we go, but basically, first things first is we got to pick our opening card. These are cards. So the Elusive Ray is probably not going to be super useful to us because it doesn't do damage on its own. The first day, you can pretty much get anything and you'd be fine, but I don't think the Elusive Ray is my play. The Silencer is pretty good, just gives something extra damage, and if it's you only have one weapon, then it's faster. Might pick that one up. Switchblade deals 20 damage. When you use another weapon, this one gains damage. It's alright, but it's not great because that cooldown of 8 seconds is a long time. And I like the double barrel, but the fact that it only has 2 ammo isn't great, so I'd have to be like chasing ammo the whole game. So I think I'll probably pick up the Silencer, and then we'll just work under the impression that I'm going to be using one weapon the entire game. So you can move your cards around in here. Right now I technically have 4 slots, but if I get a medium item, then that takes 2 slots, and a large item takes 3. Just something to keep in mind. Kind of like Slay the Spire every hour, because these little pips over here, those are hours. Every hour you get to do a thing. In this case, I can just take this, which gives me 1 regeneration. 1 doesn't really tip the scale for me, so I'll probably ignore that. I could buy some skills from this guy. Skills are passives. They affect your entire run, not just the fight that you're in. Or this guy sells small items. I'll probably end up going to him because right now I have nothing that does nothing. But looking on the side here, this is your victory track up on the top. Every time that you win a fight, it'll go along. And obviously you need 10 wins to win, as it says there. If you're in ranked, you get chests at 4, 7, and then 10 victories. Chests are how you get extra skins and things like that for free. This is your hours. At the end of the day, you have to do a fight. And then this is your prestige, which is basically your health as a player. Kind of, if you ever played, what's that one? There's like a zoo game deck builder. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. But it's kind of similar to that. You don't just lose when you lose. You lose a little bit of this. And then when this reaches 0, that's when you lose. So your runs are going to be reasonably long no matter what. But we'll get more into that later. As you see, this just ticked up because I went to him. Let's see, weapon to the left of this has 20 damage, so it's whatever I put there. And the weapon to the right of this gets extra damage. Might pick that up, but we still need an actual weapon. Revolver's not bad. This isn't bad. I'll go with the revolver. I'm probably going to swap that out because it has ammo. But it's better than the bullets on account of this. This starts with 6 shots. This only has 2. So we'll pick that up. And we'll make sure that these are next to each other because I only have 1 weapon. So it gets extra damage. Gets some crit chance. And then every 4 seconds this will give it more. I need this to be faster because right now it's ticking up slower than the actual weapon is. So Retromation took one of these, I think it was this guy, and he didn't even have to attack it, he still won. We'll get into the mechanics of the fight. But basically, whichever fight you get kind of dictates the kind of loot you get from the fight. As well as they're kind of organized as easy, medium, hard every time you're picking up fights. I don't really know what this one gets me, so I'll probably try that one just to show you a fight. I know this guy just gives you food or healing items, and this one, I think the best thing he can really give you is a fang. I don't play with like a list of loot on the other screen, so to speak. Some people do, might be useful to you, but I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants. We're going to grab this one. So this is their board. So this guy's just going to shield the entire time. I just got a fat crit there, so that's nice. Anytime that you beat an enemy monster, this guy's considered a monster, you'll get either something off of their board or one of their skills, and it's kind of random each time. So here, I'm going to be offered probably a scrap. Oh, no, I got silk. So when I sell another non-weapon item, this gains 4 shield. So that's alright. It's a slow cooldown, but when I pick it up, it's going to go into my stash. This is another thing that I haven't covered yet. You have a certain amount of spaces in your stash. Stuff that's on your stash doesn't affect stuff on the board except with very few examples, but certain things will still affect stuff in your stash. Like when if I sell a non-weapon item, this will still boost up even though it's in my stash and not really affecting anything. So I can hold it in there and boost it up till it's useful, then bring it back out. I'm going to go to Ayla because she sells weapons.
Buy my weapons, and you might.
I'm tempted for this double barrel, but it's just the fact that it only has like 2 shots. I think the revolver's better for me right now. The Langjin deals 25 damage. When you win a fight with the Langjin, it gets 25 damage. Problem is, 10-second cooldown. So I could pick that up because it's not an ammo, so it'll... See, but the thing is, it's like if I crit, this reloads, and I'm already giving it a fat crit, so I think this is just inherently better, and I can't pick up anything else because this thing gets faster just because it's my only weapon, so I think I'm just going to skip there. And we're going to go to the Tree Hugger Lady, because we still have 1 spot to fill. So, if you see, I'm just going to pop this card up for an example. It says it's small, but it does not say it's a weapon. It does damage. This is fire damage. Get into that. It doesn't say it's a weapon, so it doesn't count as a weapon. Same with this guy. He's small, he's aquatic, he's a friend, but he's not a weapon, even though he does poison damage. So any of these I can pick up, and it still won't affect the fact that this is my only weapon. I think it's probably smart for me to grab this, just because a shield item would be good for me. But the crap thing is that I don't have another aquatic item, so this isn't happening as fast as it could. I also just realized I only have 1 gold, so I can't get anything anyways, but I could technically sell this to pick that up, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just leave and I'll pay better attention to my money. It's just, you know, the whole aspect of I'm trying to record while I play means I'm not paying that much attention. So she's got the thing that if this is their only weapon, then it just doesn't use its ammo. Obviously, that would be slightly better than the revolver, but it's fine. I just need the revolver to crit and we'll be okay. It did not, so now we're not okay. Because now we got to sit here and wait for Sandstorm. So, to make sure that if you guys are both shielding the whole time and not fighting, make sure that the fights don't last all day. They have this timer in the middle, which when it ticks down, you go into sandstorm mode where you both take a certain, basically both take damage over time until one of you's dead. Sadly, they were able to keep attacking me, so they got me a bit lower.
Less blunder. Plunder.
So ideally, I would actually have that rifle that she had. Let's go to this guy. There we go. So I could pick that up, because if we put that in storage right now, move this over, pick that up. Now it does 25 damage, which is about what this does, but this one won't run out of ammo because it is the only weapon. Plus, it's actually faster. So now I have no use for that whatsoever. Get rid of it. And now my board extended. So for your first few levels, which these pips at the bottom, those are your experience. After a certain amount, you level up. You get a passive of some variety, and your board will extend until it's at the end. So now we have 2 more places to put things. I could get loot items, but that's usually just sold for money. Aquatic items have the cooldowns reduced. Right now we don't have anything aquatic. We don't have a shield item. We'll probably pick up this sharpening stone, because that's the only thing that really affects us right now. When I sell them, it just gives me more damage, so we'll just do that right now. I have 5 money, but I think instead of going to the shop, I'll go to this mountain pass. Because again, regeneration, only 2 regeneration doesn't really do much when things are hitting you for 20 at a time. So unless you're getting significant regeneration, it's not really my play. If I spend a gold, I gain 2 income. So this is your income down here. Every day, you're going to get that amount added onto whatever gold you have. This is your active gold down here. So me spending 1 gold now means I'll get 7 gold later and in perpetuity, so I'll just do that. Giant mosquito. I don't even know what it gives me. I know it has a chance to give me the proboscis, which is a weapon. Don't really know. This guy has like the dog, which would be useful, except that it's a weapon, I think. And usually I don't take the thing on the far right because my board is not strong right now. So, oh, if I was smart, I would have brought out that shield item. Oh well. Good thing I'm pretty. Yeah, so we're going to win this one, because now we don't have to worry about ammo. This thing's going to be constantly boosting the damage of that. And I've got crits, potentially, so... doing good here. For now. We're going to need to ramp up, otherwise I'm not going to win. Got a sharpening stone.
We barely got our flags up.
And this one will give extra 6 damage. That's nice. Put this down on the board. It'll just give me 22 shield every 7 seconds. It's honestly not great, just because of that cooldown. But we'll go. I don't want more weapons. She has a chance to sell this, but she also has a chance to sell pretty much any other weapon that Vanessa can hold, so I don't know if it's super useful. Random item might be okay, because if it's not a weapon, it'll at least boost this up. And I can't remember what the Abandoned Ruins will get me. I think it's just experience. So I have to pick it up, but I'm going to sell it right away, because I don't need another weapon. Boost your stats with tasty treats. Alright, let's see. What do you got? Get 5 small treats. Meh. Adjacent shield items permanently gain a shield, and this permanently loses 1 ammo. So permanently means it persists between battles. So this thing will only ever fire off 10 times total. Super not great. Adjacent weapons permanently gain an extra damage. This permanently loses an ammo. Not great. Super Syrup. Adjacent items permanently gain 1% crit chance. This permanently loses 1 maximum ammo. I don't know how Retro uses this one, because I know he uses it. So it'll get me 10% max ammo over time, but if there's a way to give it extra ammo, it could do more, but I don't think that's super the play. I think we'll just get our small treats. So, extra damage, extra crit chance, extra shield, extra health, extra health. Alright, works for me. Now let's see what a stronger Vanessa looks like. Shoutouts to all the players, by the way. So these aren't active players, these are basically me fighting somebody else at the state that they were at when they reached this point. So by the time this person was at their second fight, this is what their board looked like. When you fight a player, you don't get any of their stuff, you just get a victory point, so...
No.
As you can see here, I've lost 1 against 1 player. I've won against 1 player. So now that I'm at day 3, if I lost against a player, I would lose 3 prestige instead of just 1. I only lost 1 on that first fight because it was a day 1 fight. I would have lost 2 there because it was a day 2 fight. If that doesn't make sense, make me explain it better in the comments. Get a non-weapon item. Sure. What's my non-weapon item? Shield equal to this item's value. When you sell an item, this gains a value. That is excellent for me, because I'm going to just go ahead and sell that, which gives that... Because then when I go and sell things for, in this case, burn, but I don't have burn. But if I was to sell those, that would still count towards the shield for the cove. And the cove only has a 3-second cooldown, so that's excellent for me. Get a friend, get a sharpening stone's fine. Sell that, and you can see that that went up. You can also, there's items that'll boost value. Those are usually Pygmalion items. Those would work really well with that too. Get a small friend. Only useful if it's not a weapon friend. Let's check the abandoned chest. So I can get 2 gold and an experience, or a small or medium item. We'll do that. And sure, extra shield doesn't hurt, and especially because it was free. So if I used another aquatic item, which the cove is aquatic, then this will get charged. So there's 2 fast states in the game. There's charge and there's haste. Haste means it ticks up the cooldown faster, but charge means it immediately knocks it off. So charging for a second means if this was at full and it got charged a second, it would go to 4 seconds and then tick down from there. But haste just means that 5 seconds happens faster. Sure, we'll go for this guy. So now I got shields. They're going to start protecting me a little bit while I just tick up my damage here. Not too much to say otherwise, just waiting for stuff to happen now. If I could get a heal, then it would actually do the healing under the shield, which would be ideal and help me out a little bit more, but... So, I said we were going to talk about burn and poison. Burn...
Was that even a battle?
Hang on.
Maybe a skirmish.
Get rid of this stuff here. So, burn sits basically on top of your shield is the best way I could describe it. Is burn will sit on top of your shield and it does damage every, like, twice every second, but it ticks down every time it does damage. So if you had 10, then it would do 9 the next time it did damage, 8 the next, 7, etc. until it was dwindled out or reapplied. Poison sits there, doesn't tick down, but it goes under the shield, so it doesn't matter how much shield you layer on top. The poison will still do damage, but it only does damage every second. So that's just something to keep in mind. Honestly, I'll pick up the regeneration just so I have some passive health coming in now. And silver tier items. I only have 2 silvers right now, so she could technically upgrade any of these 3 or give me something else. But I think I'll pick up some skills because right now I got no passives going on. When you sell a weapon, gain 10 max health. That'd be good because I only want 1 weapon, so any other weapons that come in I'll be selling. First time you poison, freeze an item. I don't have poison, doesn't matter. Large weapons deal 12 extra damage. Don't have large weapon, doesn't matter. When your items gain freeze, I burn for 4. So if somebody freezes my shit, I burn them for 4. It's nice, but it's not like they can not do it. So it's not like it's a deterrent, and 4 burn doesn't last very long. So I don't know if I'll do that. I think this is my idea. Is that way at least me selling stuff kind of counts in my favor.
Go ahead.
Now I'm not expecting to win this fight because I don't think I'm ramping up as far as other players would be. But we'll see here. So they only got 1 weapon. They got a heal bot and they got a bunch of stuff to boost their 1 weapon. Plus, this purple means that this weapon has lifesteal, so it's gaining them 22 health every time it attacks. It has multicast, so it happens twice every time it happens. So they're gaining 44 health and doing 44 damage every time they attack. Plus, they have the heal bot just healing 60 every couple seconds. My shields are not keeping up, which is the poop of it. If my shield had happened faster, I could have worn them down over time. Because my damage ramps up through a fight because of this, but my shields don't. Gain 2 income, that's tempting. Small and large items, tempting. because I have a lot of small items, but I have a one large. We'll see. If he has Cove, then it'd be nice. So now my weapon will ramp up 10 damage every time this goes off instead of 5, so that's pretty good for me. And I might pick this up just so that I have a heal. Even though I can't play it on the board yet, I can play it pretty shortly. So I'll pick that up, and then I'll leave, which levels me up, and now I can put down the coral. And now anytime that I sell anything aquatic, then this will gain extra heal permanently. So my aquatic items have their cooldowns reduced. I do have a fair bit of aquatic stuff. I could upgrade this. Upgrading stuff is nice. Cooldowns is really nice. What happens if I upgrade the silencer? Does it boost my damage and does it boost my cooldowns? Or I could just upgrade. I think I'll just upgrade that. You can move stuff around to optimize. So now this will get 15 damage every time it happens instead, which is nice. This guy only sells medium and large, so he would only have the Cove or the rifle for me, but he might have other options. Monster loot is tempting. And a small friend is tempting because I do have a small space available to me. So all of these are potential. I think I want to do this because worst case I can always get rid of something like this to make a medium item. Or he could sell me another Cove.
Master merchant, I can sell you things.
When you use another item with ammo, oh yeah, I don't want weapons. That's the crap thing. Adjacent items have 15% crit chance and their cooldown reduced. So here's something that's important to know is not only weapons can crit, your shields can crit. They just do twice, give you twice the shield. Your heal items can crit. They just give you twice the heal. So it is possible that I put that over here and I'll get crit shields and crit heals, for example. And it lowers their cooldown. So this does it every 5 seconds. If I lower his cooldown by 15%, that gets close to 2 seconds. So that might be better. Screw it, we're going to experiment. That's what this game's about, and that's why I always lose. Anyways, we're going to put this right in there, and now I can get... Then I can get crit shields, I can get crit heals. Plus, there's some items or events that only really happen if you have a star chart. Okay. I know he gives me a bunch of like money type items. Like he's somebody that Pygmalion would love to fight, but I think we'll go with him because I know I can't beat the Hydro dude. So we'll try this.
You see this wrench? How about a closer look?
Not much to say, but watching my rifle tick up in damage slowly. So that effect that was on it, he had slowed my rifle, but now my rifle's not slow anymore, so I'm just going to be hammering away at him now.
Hey, what's one more scar?
What do we got? Energy potion. Haste your items for 4 seconds, but you only get 1. Tempting, but no. Having said that, selling boosts the value of my Cove. Haste and charge skills. I don't think I have anything that does hasting. Hasting, charging. No, so that's not useful to me. Technically, he could upgrade any of these 3 because he only does smalls. But I think I'll just gain some health. So medium items. So she would only be able to sell me an upgrade for either of those 2. But it might be worth it because I need this upgraded. Boosting cooldowns and crit chances, sure. As you can see here now, it does update live. So if you see an item, for example, over here, he's only got 1% crit chance, you know that this isn't affecting that. You can't put some of this under that. I still don't think I'm winning, by the way. Like, my board is, we'll say, weak at best, but you can get some absolutely silly combinations in this game. Like, there's certain items that'll make items fire off, for example, so you can have, like, a 20-second cooldown item that gets fired off instantly by something else.
I flow like the waves. Bring her about.
And I know people don't watch videos to watch somebody lose, but I'm just explaining the game. I am not claiming to be great at deck building.
Look what the tide washed in.
Alright, haste an aquatic item. No. Every time I crit, freeze an item. Anytime I start a fight, I gain extra crit chance. I think is the play.
Place to store the rest
And I
of
gotta
the
level
tyrant.
up. So let's see. Cooldown. I only have 2 aquatic items for cooldown. I don't really have too much in the... I can upgrade. I'll do that because that gives the Cove some just straight upgrades of the shield. Spare change is just money. You get 3, so you just basically get 3 money. Chocolate bars is health. You can spend money to get better amounts of health. Or weapons. We'll see if we can... We gotta get this rifle upgraded, is the long and short of things. Repeater is tempting. Because, like, I could swap out this weapon at any given point that I want to try and make things work. But I'd want to swap out for something the same size or smaller. If I go for smaller, then I can obviously fit something else on my board. Let's see, this is gold, though, and does 50 damage. This is only bronze and does 44 right now. This doesn't gain ammo back. I think we skip it. I'll regret that later. And this was probably not the play either, because he just burns us right off the bat, and my heal is not great. So another important thing is when you're fighting monsters, there's these coin pips. Like, even if I don't beat him, I got those coins. I think I do beat him, but if I didn't, so long as you reach those milestones, you still get money for fighting them, at least. He's just going to give me burn skills. Yeah, or the burn item. But that burn item still levels up my Cove. I need to buy more aquatic items to get that leveled up. So that just gives me health. That gets me coins. That can get me items. Silencer might be in there, I'm not sure. Haste your other items for a second. I don't know about that. I know a lot of people use this in a poison build so that their poison stuff just happens a lot faster. I don't think I'm doing it. Quixel only sells small and medium items, so she has a lot of my stuff available.
It's terrifying.
This would be nice, but for whatever reason, it only seems to work for me if it's directly next to an item. So I don't know if that's language problems on there or what. Nothing for me this time. Basically, if you go through... If you're going through shops and you're not buying anything, you know you're not doing well. So, I'm not really, like, I don't think I've changed my board up in a while, so I don't think it's going to go well. But we'll have to see. This is a dually with a Vanessa weapon, but he's also got a lot of poison going on and a lot of burn. So, yeah. I don't have enough stuff ramping up for me.
Defeat does not defeat me.
What's my crit chance on my rifle? 7. Not great. JJ can sell any variety of weapons, but that's also not great. It's good because he has everything, but it's bad because he has everything. It means his pool is a lot bigger. In this case, I at least got the silencer, which means my rifle got slightly better. Reduced weapon or aquatic. You can see aquatic is really her her whole thing, and she even gets vehicles that are considered aquatic and everything. So like aquatic is her wheelhouse. Leftmost item gains 3 value, so I'd want to move that over because then it gets better. Sharpening stone, income. I think we do this. Move that back so that we're still getting the effect, but like I said, value is good for that. Sells items with ammo. He has a chance to give us this. But he also has every other ammo item in the game, I think. Get a poison item. Get gumballs. Gumballs is okay. It's not great, but it's okay. So you can only buy 10 of them. But there's only 10 items, or 10 slots in my storage. So we'll just fill her up. Then we can go in here and let's see, boost shield, boost shield, boost shield, boost shield, boost health, 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 health. Get out of here. 1 damage and 1 extra crit. I was hoping for more crit gumballs, to be honest, but I don't think we beat the Infernal, but we might beat the Foreman, so we'll go for that. At least my rifle is shooting pretty fast. Like, shooting every second is good. I just wish that it would ramp up faster so that my damage was happening faster. But that's kind of the fault of the honing steel. I can't really... I gotta get that faster somehow. Did you do adjacent weapons gain 6 damage, adjacent shield gain 6 shield. That is not ideal, but that'll boost up my cove. Whee! I honestly need to get this upgraded so that every time I sell something it gains... I think I gain extra value then. I think that's how that works. I'm also trying to be relatively fast at this game so that you guys aren't sitting through an hour-long video, but... Get some chocolate bars because I need health. Not going to spend money though, so we're only going to get bronze chocolate bars. This is like if you're buying dollar store chocolate. Don't need a burn item. Tools. This is a tool. This is a tool. So I could get a honing steel. I could get a star chart. But I think I need more skills. Because skills pay the bills. Every time you use a large item each fight, haste adjacent items. That'd be great, except that... Well, I mean, hasting the honing steel is alright. But hasting this, like, this doesn't even have a cooldown, so it doesn't matter. Weapons have extra crit chance. Or I can increase the bonus to my crit chance that I get every fight. So it's really between these three, I think. Actually, this might be better than that in this instance. Deadly Eye's great, but, like, just that gives me a better crit. But surprisingly, I think I'm going to go for this just because making my honing steel happen faster makes my damage happen faster.
My fight isn't with you.
In theory, anyways.
You do see these tusks, right?
So I haven't really been talking about any of the other players we're fighting against. So this is a pretty common, like, Pygmalion board. He's got one weapon, but he's all about the shields. Like, this sucker gives him 700 shield on its own. So having to crack through his shield, kind of tough cookies. Every time this fires off, and keep in mind it has 3 times multicast, it'll give him more shield. So he's shielding faster than I can take off his shield. So basically, if he lasts till Sandstorm, then he wins, because the Sandstorm has to go through his shield as well.
You've got potential.
Like, his flail does damage, but it's all about lasting till Sandstorm on a board
Next
like that.
time, boys, less blunder, more plunder.
And as you can see, I'm pretty much about to lose. Like, if I lose one more fight, I get, like, one more chance, and that's it. I'll do this just to get the pre-level up. Sharpening stones, weapon, blah, blah, blah. Let's get sharpening stones. Boop, boop, boop. Get a haste item. Doesn't really help me now. Work out of dogs. Let's try for a medium item.
I'm pretty laid back.
Nothing that I want. And nothing that I want. I'm pretty much screwed here.
Finds its buyer.
This Cosmic Rock, they have a chance at dropping some items that'll reduce my cooldowns across the board, so we'll go with that. So my problem with deck builder games, and I'm sure you saw it this game, especially if you're familiar with either this game or other deck builders, is I get really precious with my board. As soon as something seems to be doing something that I like, I don't want to give it up. I've noticed other players of this game swap their boards around a lot to find something that works for them. But I've also seen them commit to a bit and it works out for them. So this is great. So this reduces my cooldowns across the board. So that'll make... Let's see, my highest cooldown right now was 4 seconds for the Honing Steel. And now, it's 3.8 for the Honing Steel. Yeah. So everything's happening slightly faster for me. My rifle's firing off just about every second. Take a chance on a rare event or merchant. Sure, I have money right now. The Cult, trade health for power. Sure, how can that possibly go wrong? Lose 30% of my max health and get a diamond tier runic double bow. I'd have to swap out this thing, but I don't know how that... I don't know what the runic double bow is. Lose 20% and enchant my leftmost weapon with deadly, so that's extra crit chance for my rifle. That's tempting. Just gain 25% regen or get a silver ritual dagger. Now I'm pretty sure the ritual dagger, the whole thing about that is that it has lifesteal, which is meh. To me, it's one of those two. I don't know what the double bow does, but I'm pretty sure it's a medium weapon. Tempted. But it, like either way, like this swaps out my weapon that's currently kind of working. This one just enchants it. So I think we'll go for the enchant. Because now it went from like 12% crit chance to 64% crit. So I should be critting just about every time now on a 1 second fire off. And let's see, this guy's got gold tier skills. So let's see what you got. If you have 4 or fewer items, I don't. First 5 times you crit, charge an item. Well, I have a lot of crit now, so maybe. When you slow your weapons, I don't slow. When you crit with an item, it gains extra crit chance. We'll do that. So this thing will crit more the more it crits. Let's see if we win here. If we don't, we get, like, then we're on to our final flail, so to speak. So this person's poison and shields mainly, looks like. Oh, the phone's going off. Their poison's gonna kill me because, like, I have shield to handle their everything else, but right now I got an 80% crit. Yeah, they're, you could see their board was just working really well against itself. So now I get my last ditch effort here. I could gain 20... I could get a free diamond item, or I can enchant an item. I like enchanting things personally. Give me heal effects, sure. I don't know if you can... This thing's deadly. I wonder if I could make it heal as well. I don't know if that's how that works. Let's make a healing cove, just in case. Because I don't know, I don't want to take away my crit chance to get heals, but this fired off fast, that's why I was like, maybe. See, I could lose more max health to gain extra damage and extra crit. Which would mean this starts at 71% crit chance. Screw it, let's go for it. I'm already losing, right? So may as well go for the meme crits. Get some chocolate bars. I probably should on account of I just spent a lot of my health. Got some health back. I really ought to try to get this upgraded because this is still only bronze, and that's part of my issue. So let's go to her. She might have. Da-da-da. Nope.
You'll be back.
Unfortunate.
Bruises.
I'm pretty confident I can beat most of the medium or light monsters now, but it's just the players are the issue. And you can see my Honing Steel is getting hasted now by the cove, so that's alright. And if this weapon was stronger, my crits would be more ridiculous, but doing 300 damage a hit isn't terrible. Poison and heal. Nice, but a little late in the game for that. Boop. You, give me my rifle. Yes. He gave me my rifle.
This will inspire the crew.
And now it has 73% crit and deals 88 damage just on its own. Sells aquatic items, so could upgrade potentially my cove or my coral, maybe. Nope. That might be worth swapping out my cove. Even though I just gave this thing heal. It's just that gives this life steal, so this would be doing... This would be healing me for 88 every time it fired off. Or I could technically get rid of these two. I think that's actually better. Get rid of those two, pick up the crow's nest. So now, this has lifesteal, so it's healing me every time it fires, and it has almost 100% crit. I think that's a better play. Because then this will give me shields and heals. This will heal me. We'll see. If I beat this person, then it might have been the right move. If I don't, then it was... Then the decision didn't matter anyways. Da-da-da. Okay, so my heals are working out for me a little bit. Oh boy. Okay, so I'll beat them. So that's alright. But it got a little bit tense there for a second.
You fall like a boulder. I flow like the waves.
Get poison, get damage, get a friend. I think damage. Gotta keep ramping up my damage best I can anyways. Don't get me wrong, I still have a lot of upgrades to go before I consider this as good. Like, this needs to be gold or diamond at this point, and it's still only silver. These should be diamond. These should be at least silver. Things are not going great. Gumballs might be better than just hoping for the one weapon that I have. So, let's just do that. Now watch me get a whole bunch of blue, because that's all crit chance, and I already have 100% crit chance. Da-da-da. Okay, let's get the damage ones and the health ones out the way. Extra shield, plus these are all leveling up my cove anyways because they're not weapons. And an extra crit chance. Just one, though. 101% crit. Teaches skills with a high chance of upgrades. That's alright. Let's go for that. Da-da-da. When you crit with an item, it gains 5% crit chance. Okay, well that's kind of a moot point anymore because I have 100% crit. When you sell a weapon, you gain... health. Alright. This person's gonna kick my butt. Because they always do. And because the sniper rifle does 3,000 damage if it goes off. I just, you know... past the point of caring, I suppose. Yep, there you go. Basically, if you could freeze that thing, then that's better for you. But anyways, crit. Crit skills. Give me something that, like, you crit, you... freeze or something. Da-da-da. When you burn, your items get crit. No. Items get crit every fight. Yup. First time your opponent falls below half health, charge your items. Sure. Chance at a rare event. Happened well last time. Bazaar Con doesn't really matter. Get diamond tier item. 3 small items. Or experience. Let's go for a diamond tier item. Sure. Diamond Alpha Ray. Really doesn't matter to me at this point. Because when you use the core, obviously I don't have a core, or another ray, I don't have another ray, your weapons gain 12 damage. Cool. It literally doesn't matter to me. I am not dually, I don't have a core.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobody.
Da-da-da. And this is probably where the game ends. Let's see what their board looks like. Yep, their board's spoopy. Lots of weapons. Only thing I really have going for me is my crits. And the fact that my crits will heal me. Oh, Lord. Okay. Yeah, my heals saved me there, actually.
Bravery without
Neat.
strength is a sword.
If I can even get 1 trophy, then that's a win for me, because normally I don't. Medium or large items. He has a chance to upgrade either of these or this, so we'll go to him. Da-da-da. Give me something good. Ah!
Am I even a master merchant?
This guy is literally just so you can see how your build is faring. Spare change doesn't matter. We'll go to weapons, see if we can get this. Nope. Come on. Nope. Okay. Poison. Nope. Value. Not really a point anymore. Get a weapon. No. Medkit healing. Nah. Lose 10% of my max health, so that'd be about 240 health to gain extra damage and crit chance. But the crit chance doesn't matter anymore. I have 105. The damage might be nice, but I think I'd better go for the healing and be smart. Boop, boop. I don't even know if I beat this guy, to be honest. Let's try for Boss Harrow. I might be able to beat him. Okay, so this is the Runic Double Bow. Deals 72 damage multicast, and it deals double crit chance. Okay, so basically the double bow would have been good for me, but now we know for next time.
Tell your bosses. They're gonna pay for this.
Waste of gunpowder.
Right. Sells enchanted items. We like enchanted items. Dun dun dun. What are you? Turbo Tropical Island. When you slow, gain 2 regeneration. At the start of each hour, get a coconut or citrus. When you slow, haste an item. Very fancy. Very doesn't matter to me at all. I got rid of the coral. 50% crit chance on coral is kind of silly. Start of each fight, your small items gain a haste. At the start of each fight, burn 3. Doesn't really matter. Adjacent items gain crit chance. At the start of each fight, a random item has its cooldown increased. Enemy item has its cooldown increased. When you crit, haste. Literally none of those matter to me. Gold to your skills. When you freeze, your items gain 2 crit chance. I don't freeze. When your item has more health, or enemy has more than health than you, your weapons have their cooldowns reduced by 10%. So that'd be technically alright. When you use a vehicle, don't have a vehicle. So it's between these two. First time your opponent falls, charges items. We'll do the Berserker one, just because we already technically have the other one. Let's see. This guy's about to lose 2, technically, so they were in their final dying breaths. So they have a very similar idea to me right now. Only their board has freeze on it, apparently. The fact that their weapon attacks twice makes it slightly better than mine. Just because it's doing all of that damage twice, mine was only doing it once. Are there things I would have done differently? Not too sure. This isn't great when it says that I'm unfortunate. But I told you guys I'm the gamer that's bad at games. I'm just here to show stuff off. And yeah, if you enjoyed, tune in next time. If there's a specific person that you want to see, check my playlists because I'm sure it'll be out by the time you see this. And as always, let me know if there's another game that you want to see. I have a lot of stuff available. And yeah, we will see you in the next video. Bye.